it. That makes us sharp. Not quite as witty as a headline writer, but we're sharp.
Or as witty as Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Well, no, but he's just...
He welcomed LeBron to L.A. by saying now L.A. has a god and a king. Today we learned that that king will wear number 23. Last night we learned where. Our SportsCenter headline this afternoon, if you couldn't guess, LeBron to Los Angeles. The L.A. Daily News front page headline, man, it's a beauty. LeBron era begins. Hoping to add another banner to the Staples Center. The back page of the Daily News, New Kingdom. I like that. And how about the Cleveland Plain Dealer? Because they've been through this before. Just a different coast this time. Gone again.
I appreciate the fact that they're not burning his jersey in Cleveland. The man has done enough for that city. Woj is here. Take us behind the scenes on why LeBron decided to do what he did and leave Cleveland to go to L.A.
You know, every move he's made has had a pretty profound impact. Going to Miami, back to Cleveland. And when you looked at it for him, this was the only one that would have that grandiose. For him, it was a play to start setting up his post-career in Los Angeles, partnering with Magic Johnson, being part of that Laker brand, which is not just a great NBA brand, not just a great sport brand, but it's a global brand. And to do it on that stage in Hollywood with his entertainment company, all the things that go in, and then a place in basketball where you can help, where you can recruit the best players, where guys have always wanted to play when the organization has been run right. It seemed like the natural final chapter for a career that's been unconventional by superstar standards. The Kobe Bryants and Tim Duncan, who stayed in one place. LeBron set a new path that it's okay to move around. Your legacy isn't impacted by it. It's the new norm of, I think, the NBA. He created it.
So LeBron is in. I'm sure he would very much like to be joined by the likes of a Kawhi Leonard. But where are the Lakers and the Spurs when it comes to that right now?
They're at a stalemate in those talks, and they may start going back and forth again. There are a number of other teams who have been talking to the Spurs about Kawhi Leonard, Philadelphia, Boston among them. But, you know, it's a game of cat and mouse. It's a negotiation. The Lakers want to put as little as they have to into a deal with the Spurs. Kyle Kuzma, I'm told, is a player, you know, the Lakers are trying to hold on to in talks. We'll see if this gets to fruition and there's a deal, would he have to be in it? The Lakers are trying to act like they're in a place where they're not desperate, where they're fine with waiting for Kawhi Leonard to come to them in free agency in 2019. They were in the same place with Paul George a year ago. They never got Paul George. He ended up getting traded elsewhere, staying in OKC. That is always the concern for the Lakers, is that they never get a crack at Kawhi Leonard. If he gets traded somewhere else, likes it, resigns.
They still have this guy named LeBron. It's not the worst
When it's
thing. I
rare
asked
when
him earlier how many hours
freeze yourself because you
have
want to
you
see
got
where
that
the
never got
ball's
the
going,
answer.
so
Where
you
are
move
we?
your feet less when in fact
There
you
we
need to
go.
move it more.
The man knows all. He never sleeps. He doesn't need sleep.
No. Sleep is for the weak. All right, Nicole, thank you. LeBron, just part of a busy Sunday for L.A. Lakers and unrestricted free agent Kentavious Caldwell-Pope agreed to a one-year, $12 million deal. 27-year-old and LeBron antagonist LeBron Lance Stevenson becoming available after the Pacers declined his option. 1 year, $4.5 million is the agreement. L.A. reaching a third agreement. It's a one-year deal. JaVale McGee, league minimum. Lakers are heard. They're said to be offering only one-year deals in order to maximize their cap space for next summer 2019. As for what the LeBron addition does for the odds for the Lakers, this is according to our friends at the Westgate Las Vegas Superbook. The updated odds now, the Lakers tied with the Celtics. They're the second best odds to win the title behind the Warriors. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers fall all the way back 500 to 1. Only the Hawks have worse odds than that. Great odds of having our NBA front office insider Tom Penton. It's a darn near certainty with us on SportsCenter. What else can the Lakers do now? Because, okay, you add LeBron. What can they do to bolster their roster around him?
They added LeBron. Great use of the cap space. Look at the youth that attracted him, and then what'd they do? They went out. You just said it, but I'm going to bring him in. They bring in McGee. They bring in the LeBrontigus,
yeah,
you said?
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah, I like that. And then they re-signed Caldwell-Pope at an inflated number, all on one-year deals. So you come back to what can they trade and should they trade now? It's going to be some of their youth And do they go after Kawhi? I don't think they have a chance of getting Kawhi with anything on their roster. It has to be dollar for dollar. It's blue chip or bust from here on out. Do they get somebody better they can get next year? I'm going to get to next year in a second. But do you upgrade with Kemba Walker, take on the bigger money, forego your chance next year? Do you do Kyle Lowry? That's a much bigger deal. I doubt that satisfies this guy. And let's look at next year. You go to next year, and here's where it's interesting, because as long as they protect it, they got another $35 million. They still have some bench players. Now you go shopping. You have the youth that has grown up. And do you get Klay Thompson to come in? I bet you can. Do you get Jimmy Butler to come in? I bet you can. Or at this point, do you get Kawhi Leonard to come right into the cap space? That is much more interesting. That is what this would look like. And then you have dominance in LA, and you have a new big two. If you're patient and you can wait, wow, happy days are here again in LA.
You got it with this lineup, 4 guys who can shoot, and a guy who can get him the basketball, Alonzo Ball.
Plus whatever else they do at each transaction window. People want to come play with this now, and they want to hold out, see if they can get this. Otherwise, try to beat it between now and then, but you're going to see him protect the space to get a player like this.
LA more attractive than ever. That is Tom Penn with the insight. He should know. He lives out there.
I do.
Still ahead on this edition of SportsCenter, far from done with LeBron James. Live to LA, how LeBron to the Lakers went from 5th